Howdy, Possum Patty here. And this is just going to be a relaxing hashtag silly Saturday share. I've got a few things on the table and a couple of really silly ideas I want to try out. So come on along. Well, first up is this delivery from Amazon. And I believe this is my new calendar for 2024. The one with the pockets and the artists that we love. Let me just get it open here. You may remember that I took the 2023 calendar with the pockets and turned it into my coloring book ephemera folder organizer flow journal. Wait, let me go get it. It's over there. Patty's watching it. Patty's over on the table. Patty, we would like to look at the at the calendar organizer. Is that okay? Thank you so much. So I will link the video below on how I made my coloring book ephemera folder organizer flow journal here. I did put some coloring on the cover and some more whimsical lettering there. And I'm adding pockets made from tissue boxes and pockets made from the pieces of the calendar that I cut off to make it a little bit smaller. But I will be cutting up coloring books and sticking bits and bobs in here so I can color them in to make some ephemera for my journals. And I've added pockets on this side. And this is just bits of the calendar that I cut off. I might use those for some pockets or something. Got some larger pieces of coloring book in here. And this one was actually from an Amazon catalog. I put that in there. So let me show you the new 2024 calendar. Patty Opossum is my Irish gnome with the rainbow hat, and she is in charge of coloring. So she is over there taking care of the coloring books. So this is the 2024 Note Nook calendar, the original pocket calendar. You get 12 months, 2 pockets on each page for the month, and you can store cards and things in there. Now this is the cover, so this is just the faux pocket. And it was the cover of the 2023 calendar that I made the cover for my journal here. And this is also Peace of Life, P-E-A-C-E, and you can find little peace signs in her work. On most of the pages, yeah, here's one. Be like, where's Waldo? We'll look for a peace sign in every page. And this was also a peace calendar. So it says peace right there. And then there's a peace sign on the birdhouse. So you can find peace on all the pages in last year's too. So let's go to January. Let It Snow. 2 pockets. I love the combination of the almost like a light turquoise there and the red. And her artwork is actually, it looks like a wood burner and then painted. So like wood burning and painting. And you can see those little brown dots there. Okay, and you can see some wood grain behind the painting where she did it very lightly. So this was the inspiration for my flower-shaped journal. Now, I bought this wood piece at the Dollar Tree. I lightly sketched a flower garden, and then I got a wood burner at the Walmart, and I went and I wood burned the design. This was my first ever wood burning project, but I think it came out pretty good. And then I just painted it with some acrylics. If you're a new possum peep here, welcome, and I will link the playlist for this journal below. This journal is all journaled in. So this is one of my journals that is complete. I do finish journals. Let's look at February. Dance, sing, laugh, garden. Oh, I like that. And there's the peace sign. Oh, and you can notice that there's little extra designs around on the calendar page. Now, on 2023, I did not write up here. I did put things in the pockets all year, but I wrote things on a different calendar because I knew this was so gorgeous that I was going to use it as some sort of journal. And when I cut it down to size, I did save the little extra designs, and I'll either use these as ephemera or I'll decorate the journal with them. Here is March. Embrace change. Life is a balance of holding on and letting go. And of course there's butterflies, and there's the peace sign. Beautiful colors this year. I'm loving these colors. April. To love is life. And then it says sweet love and shared love. And there's a little peace sign. And the little decorations up here. This is April. I love the little hummingbirds. Oh, and the vine with the hearts. And the tree with the hearts. These are great ideas for February. Find your inspiration everywhere. Top of the calendar is ring bound with a metal hanger. Dream, hope, love, live, inspire. And she really loves her flowers and her butterflies, but so do I. I could have it for every month. You know what? I'm going to remove this piece of cardboard. Make it a little easy to flip this. Flowers everywhere. They make me happy. This is June. It says bright, sunshiny day. Oh, look at that sun. And the heart flower, peace sign. And I bet you these are supposed to be like children, maybe. I love her ideas. Look at this. That is precious. And she even has a peace sign on the heart up here. Okay, we got July. Live simply with gratitude. Yes. Peace sign. Hummingbirds and flowers and butterflies. Oh, isn't this cute? Peace, love, dog. This is so cute. The rainbow with the sunflowers and the little dog house. Oh, the little dachshund there. Look at the dogs and the peace sign. And I got one up here. Got a sweater on. Oh, I love her sons. And this one's got paw prints. Okay, this September was the Count Your Blossoms. Instead of Count Your Blessings, it's Count Your Blossoms. Love that. Little bees. Black-eyed Susans there. Got some designs up there. Peace sign. October. Love, unity, peace. Like a little forest. I love the way she's got this sort of like hill designs on a couple of the pages, only this one's got real mountains and the sky in this one. Completely different designs than last year. Very creative. It's like folk art. gather friends, of course. Gather friends for November and all the birds. Oh. And more flowers and more butterflies and ladybugs and bumblebees. Peace sign on the birdhouse. I'm looking, she's got something different. They're like, it's like a little bullseye design, almost like a little stamp. And some of these, like in the leaves and in the bird. And December, believe in the magic of the season. My word for this year is believe. This is perfect. And my color is blue. And I love her designs this year. Look at the little house with a peace sign. A wreath. Well, I'm very happy with the calendar. Oh, you can see those circles on the cover too. Oh, maybe they're stamps. That's interesting. Well, I will hang this up and enjoy this all year, and then next year make something out of it, like I did with this one. This is my little golden book, The World of Barbie. I made a journal out of it. Now, it has 4 signatures, but 2 of the signatures are the actual original signatures from the book. I kept everything in order. I can also link this below if you're a new Possum Peep. And I was going to use this for a 1950s memory keeper. I don't have a lot of photographs from the 1950s. So on my computer, I was starting to make a list of just like maybe the simple toys that we played with, or if there was any music I remembered, or things that my family did in the 1950s. And so I was going to write about it and or, find some illustrations online and print them out and just make up some simple memory pages. So I don't know how this journal is going to turn out. Haven't even started it yet, but I just know there's things about the 1950s that I remember that I want to put in this journal. Okay, so I was in the Dollar Tree, the Dollar Tree, the other day, and one of the Dollar Trees, they have the crafts on like the left side of the aisle, and there's toys on the right side of the aisle. And so I was looking at the crafts, and then I turned around and just scanning the toy section, and I was like, oh, some of the things actually looked familiar. And I was like, I remember that. I can use that for 1950. Same toys, right? From 1950. Well, one of them was Colorforms, and they had a whole bunch of different Colorforms. But look at the little character up here. You see how he's just made with shapes? I'm remembering some of the early packages of Colorforms were just shapes. And you took the shapes and you made your own little characters and buildings and designs with the shape. Just like you would do, like, say, with just plain Lego blocks. Not the fancy Lego blocks, but just, the plain Lego blocks. So we had squares and triangles and half semicircles and circles and things like that. And we just build our own little characters out of the shapes. So I looked this up online, and I believe they did come out with like a 70-year anniversary set of Colorforms that goes back and has the shapes, where you can design things with the different shapes. I said, oh, isn't that amazing? I remember this from 70 years ago. Oh my gosh. Well, anyway, so I thought that was so fun to make that connection that they're coming back now with those original shapes from 70 years ago. I was like, oh my gosh, that is so fun. Well, I decided to buy a pack of these. I want to put this in my in my journal. Oh, down here it says celebrating 70 fantastic years. And I picked trolls because, I've got little branch over here. And this is the grumpy one. This is the old grumpy branch. And I think he's in here, so I had to get this. So this is another silly share. I'm going to open this up and see what kind of color forms you get for like $1, $1.25. Of course, I'm sure they weren't expensive when they were original. So the whole history of Colorforms is online. And how it was started with two artists who are looking for a medium that wasn't paint to do some large pieces with. And they started experimenting with pieces of vinyl. And so that's how Colorforms was born. Ooh. Oh, there's two of these. I see. So I can actually cut one of these down and put it in my journal along with some of these guys. I don't know all their names. I did get the Troll movie at the library. I haven't watched it yet. They feel a lot thinner than I remember. Or maybe that's just because this is a cheap set. Oh, we got a couple of those. Well, they're all the same, really. Just different sizes. This guy's wild. I'm going to have to look up and learn all these different ones now. All I know is the one I've had. And this is the old one. This one is like old. It's been around for years and years and years and years and years. Years and years and years. All right, so we have to get this into the journal somehow. Oh, so vinyl. Yes, so vinyl shapes. So I went up into the closet and I took down vinyl paper that I had gotten at the Dollar Tree. Oh my gosh, I got this a long time ago. I do not have, you know, one of those Cricut cutter things, but I thought there would be a way to use this in my journal. And I think I was die cutting and doing some different things with it. But I thought, how appropriate would this be to put this on the journal page, because it's vinyl paper and we're celebrating vinyl. Oh, I can make a pocket. Can I make a pocket out of this? If I put this in the background, make a little pocket out of this. I have to cut it down to fit into the book. I can stick some of the characters on here and then do some journaling. Okay, let me cut this down. Oh, I only have 4 of these, and I must have got them at Christmas time because I got the buffalo plaid in white and red, and I got this sort of pink rose gold sparkle, and I got this silver sparkle. Ooh, silver really makes this purple pop out more, doesn't it? Ooh, and silver with this side. All right, let's see which one I choose. Well, oops. I cut this in half because I decided I wanted to use this side with the big crystal, and I cut it in half, and I was like, oh, there's something on the other side. Outrageous. Wow, this is quite outrageous, isn't it? Look at these gems and sparkly stuff there. And now I have a bigger choice. Where's that pink? Ooh. Ooh. You know what? I might just put this in a different journal. I could always put this in my fairy journal. We can add some trolls to my fairy journal. And I can stick with the silver and this. Well, this was my plan. I cut a piece of the silver sparkly vinyl paper to cover this blank page over here. Now this is like a peel and stick paper. So what I was going to do, I figured I would put it on here so I can get the backing off. and then cut this and sew it, because this is going to be hard to glue down because it's plastic. And that was going to be like the page like that. So I moved the book aside like that, and I put this over here to get ready to work on this. And I'm like, oh, you know what? I really like this. I really like this. This retro design with these peachy and green colors. I was like, maybe I'll just put it right here. Put it right there, and I can put the Colorform thing at the top there and do my journaling and put it in the pocket. But now I still have to attach this to something to glue it down, because I don't think this is going to stick. I can never get plasticky things to stick. I can sew it to a piece of regular paper and glue the paper down. All right, that's what I'm going to do. This is an experiment. Everything I do is an experiment. So I think I'm going to cut it down to just above the word mount. Okay, so now let's work on the next part. And I'm just going to sew around to this piece of paper and then glue the whole thing in on 3 sides. Alrighty, so I just sewed a piece of paper onto the back there. Hopefully this will stick down. Now I know probably if I used the E6000 or the super glue or something, that would hold the plastic down, but I just wasn't in the mood for some of that stinky glue. Yeah, so those plans changed, didn't they? Oops. Don't want a big blob of glue right in the middle. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Well, I didn't use the sparkly paper, but I could still put that in the other journal, because I just love this. I'll press it down from this side. Okay, we'll give that a minute to dry and work on something else, like the journaling card. All right, so I'm going to use part of the package for my journaling card. And let's see, I can open this up. Well, maybe I want that little 70 down there. Fantastic years. I have to cut off their faces, maybe up to their eyeballs. I want this at the top. Chop, chop. So let me see what else is going on. Well, you know, we had a little bit of snow, and that was quite lovely. I took a little walk out in the snow. And then before you know it, it was raining, and the snow and ice was melting. And the icebergs were melting, and Branch went out to talk to the Eskimos. I'm not sure what they talked about, but when I went outside, the Eskimos were gone. I might cut it just a tiny bit more, but that's it. I got their faces in there, and I think this is going to work. Just a tiny bit more. What a fun page. Well, that was kind of easy, wasn't it? So now I'm going to do my journaling on this side. Need some paper to journal on. I'm going to cover this with some paper, do my journaling, and I'll be right back. Well, I flipped through a pad of paper looking for something to glue to the other side that I could journal on. And I'm just going to glue that on the back there. And I was thinking, you know, they have all kinds of Colorform packs now. And maybe this will give you some kind of idea of how you can use one of those sets in your journals that kind of goes along with what you're journaling about. I did love to play with Colorforms and coloring books and paper dolls. Those are some of the simple things that we played with in the 50s. So I'm definitely going to do a paper doll page. And I'm going to look for a couple of old photos. I just did a little bit of journaling here. I put 1950s play. I loved to play the Colorforms way. I remember the set that was shaped. And then I was like, you know, I like this, I love this, but I really wanted to do a little bit more writing. So I grabbed a piece of scrap paper and tried to write a little bit more of my memories. And I just put Colorforms is celebrating 70 years of fun with repositional vinyl shapes. I remember the set with just shapes. There were cards with different colors and circles, squares, triangles, and more. Later came the fancy sets like Dress the Girl According to the Weather. I was always careful to put each piece back on the card in its special place. So I like this. And if I think of anything else more with the Colorforms that we used to do, I'm going to add that too. Because I really wanted to get a little bit more writing done. I know I usually journal very visually and just put pictures and a few words and, you know, all the ephemera and all the other stuff that goes on the page. But you know what I haven't done yet? I cannot leave without putting some Colorforms on the page. Okay, so this page is about Colorforms. I'm going to use the rest of the kit and maybe some of that sparkly vinyl to do a page about the trolls in the fairy journal. All right, I guess I got to put this little one here. I don't know her name. I'm going to learn it. I got the Trolls movie from the library. I've never seen the Trolls movie. These are DreamWorks. These are DreamWorks trolls. Oh, this guy with green hair, he's wild. Let's put him on there. Put him over by the pink so his green hair shows up. All right, we'll put a cloud in the sky. And we'll put some music just because there's music notes there. Oh, you know what? I just thought of something. All right, we can pretend he's like singing. She's got her hand out in this one. So let's give her a jewel. Yeah, these feel a lot thinner than I remember Colorforms being. Okay, he's singing a song and she's holding the pink diamond in her hand, just like that. Okay, I'm a kid again. Okay, it made me laugh. Good times. Good times on a Saturday night. Good times on a Saturday night playing with my $1.25 Colorforms pack, which I will definitely get 2 pages out of, or maybe even 3 by the time I'm done. Well, I thought I was done, but you know what? I think I'm going to add this one, a stand over here, because I was thinking the more that I put on here, the more fun it would be to come back to the page and, you know, be able to reposition them into different stories. Well, this is not you know, the first time that I've put such an interactive piece into one of my journals. Not the first time, no. If you go all the way back to my Wonders of Nature journal, on the very last page, I put a metal panel from the Dollar Tree, and then these magnetic, these are probably like refrigerator stickers on there. And then I have this clear plastic pocket. And when you get to the last page in the journal, you can have a play and change these out to different ones like that. So I will link this. This is another journal that is finished and completely journaled in on every page. A lot of nature and gardening and some family here. Some memories also. And a very interactive last page. So I just want to thank you for coming along today for a little bit of a fun play the Colorforms way in making a very interactive page in my 1950s memory keeper. And I want to wish everybody happy junk journaling or happy memory keeping. Bye-bye.